All right, good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to another Flip Chart Friday. My name is Zach. I'm a developer here at Wit Digital. And today we're going to talk about good SEO matters. And we're going to talk about development. So let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so we're going to talk about three things we do as developers here at on the development team at Wit Digital to contribute to client success. The first of the three is how we write quality professional code for SEO for our clients. The second is how we pay attention to running code on our websites and all the things and the myriad of different codes and applications that are running for our clients. And then lastly, we'll wrap up with code for mobile first, how important that is and how much we pay attention to the changing of screen sizes and all the detail that goes into that. So the first, going back up to the top, how as developers we contribute to client success. We write code for SEO. And so I have a little JavaScript kind of joke here. Developers, we have websites, kind of double equal signs, equality to houses. So I like to, when I'm talking about web development, I like to just think of a website as like a house, for example. And so if you have a new website or a website for your business, think of a search engine kind of as like you and me, and we're going to go into this house, into this website, for example. We're going to check it out. We're going to navigate this house, and we're kind of looking for things to be where we expect them. So, for example, if the kitchen is down on the ground floor and the appliances within the kitchen are there, we find things where we expect to. That's a good thing. So, as developers, we like to write websites for search engines that make sense. As search engines are navigating, if they find something like the kitchen, for example, going back into our analogy, in the attic, not in a good spot, that can contribute to some errors. So as developers, when we're designing websites from the ground up, we're writing code that allows these search engines to navigate these websites and find content where it's supposed to be, so that translates to great page rankings for you as a client. The next thing, as developers, we pay attention to running code on websites. So what that looks like, we, for example, have some websites out there that have a lot of fantastic videos, animated content, and text that's running all the time while you're on the website and while you're not. Search engines, though, are constantly indexing sites on a regular basis. While you're sleeping 24/7, they're checking out these sites. So if a website has really high content initially on page loading, or if there's a lot of JavaScript running initially, that can actually cause page ranking suffering. So as developers, we focus a lot on all the code that's running that you may not see as somebody visiting a website. So we're looking at, is the code that's loading a high resolution image for your business that shows what you do and showcases all the great things about you? We're pay attention to that so that we can shave off milliseconds, which is a huge amount of time during page loads. And that translates to quality page rankings for you. And the last thing we're going to talk about here, how we contribute to client success at Wit Digital, is our mobile first mentality as developers. And we have an excellent SEO team here at Wit. And then the development team, we work with them to build code that translates your web page on a desktop or a laptop as it shrinks down to a small mobile phone. So there's a myriad of different screen sizes out there. And so we're paying attention to the hundreds of thousands of lines of code that's firing all the time as your website begins to translate. And while a mobile version of your website is not necessarily required, it's incredibly important as mobile indexing from search engines like Google are ever increasingly paying attention to how websites are represented on a mobile fashion. And as you and I know, in this day and age, a lot of mobile traffic, upwards of 50%, is coming from mobile phones. I'm sure you've checked out a website on your phone before you even viewed the desktop version. So making sure that mobile first mentality is there is something that we contribute and pay attention a lot on the development team here at Wit Digital. So wrapping up, things that we do, the three things that we contribute to client success here at Wit Digital. We write code for SEO. Every handcrafted website, no two websites are the same. So we're paying attention to that code. We are also paying attention to the myriad of different applications and all that JavaScript and all that code that's running behind the scenes to make sure that we're getting the most out of search engines as they begin to index websites and get you fantastic page rankings. And then lastly, mobile first mentality, making sure that we have place high priority on every kind of website, making sure that it looks just as good on a mobile phone, if not better. So thank you so very much for tuning in. Again, my name was Zach. We'll see you next Friday at 11 a.m. for another Flip Chart Friday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.